Chapter 8. A Daughter Astray.
Assassinations? Open warfare? So-called revolution? And where has everyone gone? They've abandoned me. They've taken our precious son, and now... Good gravy, even my former BFFC's home has become a pit of vipers. Oh, Jake, are you the only loyal one left?
This is just delicious. Your sorry ass is serving my ailing soul 3 Michelin stars worth of irony right now, English. I'm slurping this shit up like it's a piping hot bowl of udon. Itadakimasu.
Look here, Janie. Things might seem a bit maudlin right now, but I'm sure there's some explanation for all the chicanery afoot. Wouldn't it be good to drop them a wire, pull a few strings, and set up a good old chinwag, so we can hash it all out like a cozy cabal of bosom pals?
Jake, you're sweet. Foolish, empty-headed, deluded by hope, a slave to your instincts, but sweet. Now is not the time for sweet,
Said the former baking empress.
But, jeepers, Janie. The way you make it sound, you couldn't possibly mean.
Oh, but I do. It's time I gave the rebellion their just desserts.
But I thought you said now wasn't the time for...
It's an expression, Jake. Here's another. An eye for an eye. Once we have rescued our son from their clutches, I'm going to take something of my own. Something as valuable to the rebellion as Tavi is to me. Two can play at the hostage game. That loathsome daughter of theirs should fit the bill nicely. Then those naughty rebels will cease this unruly tantrum and do what they are told.
Kids, converse.
So, Vriska.
The one and only. I mean, yeah, that's me.
I've heard a lot about you. My name's Harry Anderson Egbert, but my friends just call me Harry Anderson.
And what do incredibly hot and badass alien girls call you? Because there's no way I'm saying Harry Anderson every time. That's like 8 whole letters too long. From now on, your name is just Harry.
Okay.
Great. So what's your deal, Harry? If I had to bet, I'd say you're the thing that pupated after a barbaric act of human sexual intercourse between John and some Lalonde or other.
Okay. Ew. I do not want to think about that.
Too bad, Chief. It's basically all I've been dealing with today. Welcome back, Vriska. Your friends have spent the last who knows how many sweeps producing an army of freakish offspring, all while steadily getting uglier and less cool.
Well, got him. But, yeah, John and Roxy are my parents.
Ugh, parents. I didn't care about all this alien shit when John first tried to tell me about it, and I definitely don't care about it anymore. What?
I don't know. I've just never talked to a troll who didn't grow up around humans. You sound like Vrissy, but if Vrissy was from, like... Okay, so have you ever seen the musical Calamity Jane? I guess you probably haven't. But, so there's this part at the beginning, where the title character comes back from Chicago, and she talks to all the old-timey locals about how bizarre and newfangled everything was, and...
God. It really is like talking to teenage John all over again. No, I haven't seen Chastity Jane or whatever the stupid title was. It sounds like a total snooze. And anyway, what are you trying to say? That I sound outdated? There were no humans on Alternia, okay? There were no humans and no human musicals in my entire universe.
It sounds like a horrible place.
Yeah, it blew so unbelievably hard. And while we're at it, don't compare me to Vrissy either. She's no better than the rest of you. She's soft, I can tell. None of you weenies would have survived even a day back where I come from.
I bet I would've.
No way, kid. I mean, I can tell that you think you're hot shit, and I can respect reckless bravado, But only if you can back it up.
I can back it up.
Oh yeah? Ever killed anybody? Ever thrown a punch?
Well, no. I mean, we've done stage fighting before, but never the real stuff. But I bet I could learn. I took kickboxing with my mom for a month and a half when I was 9.
Well, at least you aren't a coward. I've known guys softer than you, believe it or not. John, for instance, he totally freaked out the first time I told him I killed somebody.
That sounds like my dad.
He came through, though, I guess, when it actually counted. He was there to punch me in the face when I needed it most.
Wait, like, literally?
Yep.
Harry doesn't really know what to think about this past version of his father. He knows the stories, the legends, the lore. He's seen John's old fetch modi, the ugly blue pajamas and all the hammers. Most of them are in museums. That his parents are literal gods has always been a basic fact about his family life, about as interesting as who sits where at the dinner table. It's all normal to him. Every detail of that part of his parents' lives has always seemed to lie on the other side of an insuperable barrier, cut off from the people they are now. Harry had always assumed that this dividing line was simply an effect of the passage of time. Being boring and two-dimensional just seemed like it came with the territory when you were an adult. But now, he's not so sure. Ever since hearing that one of his dad's old friends had turned up, that border between past and present has felt fainter by the minute. And as they talk, he begins to think that Vriska seems so much fresher, more real, an actual, authentic, bona fide god from another universe. Harry can't even imagine his dad talking to someone like her, let alone punching her in the face. Freaking out about murder, though, that's definitely something Harry can see his father doing. And, speaking of which...
Not to cast doubt on any of these stories about my dad that you're telling me, Vriska, but he's probably going to freak out a bit about this whole clown situation. As well as you even being here.
John already knows I'm here, numbnuts. And as for the stuff with Gamzee...
No, listen, I mean the fact that you're here. The fact that you're involving any of the rest of us. My mom probably won't be happy about this either. I'm not even allowed one Vriska in my bedroom. I don't even want to think about how much trouble I'll be in if she finds out I had 2 of them up there.
Oh my god. And you expect me to believe you'd survive on Alternia?
Well, I'm not there right now. Right now, I'm in my mom's house with my girlfriend, her boyfriend, another goddamn version of my girlfriend, and all of us are probably now on the run from the fucking government.
Okay, so you're freaking out about it now? Cool.
Of course I'm freaking out about this, Vriska. I'm freaking out what I think is probably a good amount about this. The fashionable amount of freaking out. The coolest possible amount of freaking out to be doing at the present situation is the amount of freaking out I'm doing right now.
Huh.
But my dad isn't cool. He just spent like an hour on driving me around in his car and talking about emotions and stuff. He's going through some kind of personal epiphany at the moment. He even shaved off his mustache before coming here. This is really serious, and now I'm implicated in it as well. You guys were at my school, so he'll realize immediately that you were trying to meet up with me. He's going to absolutely flip his fucking lid if he ever finds out about this. Or worse, it might just make him as miserable as before, and he'll be really disappointed in me, and then he'll just leave again or something. And that's not to even mention...
When you're walking alone.
Oh, fuck. It's him.
Check it out. Someone's already cosplaying my fit from today.
I'm sure it's very good, but there's...
Good? It's infuriating! Ugh! So many fake accounts pretending to be me. Stealing my hard-earned clout! Fakey fake fakes!
So, not that this isn't important, but we should really talk about...
Damn right it's important, Tavros! Image is about as important as it gets. If you understood that a little better, then maybe we'd have gotten to third base already.
Prissy, we haven't even...
My point exactly.
Oh, I see. Just a wee joke to lighten the mood, or something.
Bingo! Relax, Tavi. You're starting to sweat nervously. You know I hate it when you sweat nervously.
Thank you.
That wasn't a fucking hate man's compliment. I do genuinely hate it, and not in a fun way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ugh, whatever. I'm just... being a bitch. Forget about it. The two of them seem to be getting along.
You mean Harry Anderson and Vriska?
No, Tavros. The other two people in the room with us. Yes, Harry Anderson and Vriska! They seem like a bunch of pals already. I'm glad.
You don't sound, happy about it.
Not happy? Tavros, I'm over the fucking moon about this, see? I'm smiling so hard, my face hurts.
That does look like it hurts, yes.
This is great. This is all great. It's all just great. The way she just cannonballed into our lives out of nowhere was great. Killing that clown, without a doubt, the best thing I've ever fucking seen. Dragging his body through Harry Anderson's school, being drenched in water, and hiding in a closet? The picture of greatness incarnate!
I might be imagining it, but I believe I detect the merest smidgen of insincerity in the way you're describing these events.
But you know what's the greatest thing of all? It's the fact that they can just stand there and chat like it's not even a big deal.
Is it a big deal? Other than the various ways in which basically everything right now could be said to constitute a deal that is somewhat developed in the sense of bigness.
Of course, it's a big deal! I mean, just look at them!
I am looking, but I do not see it. Whatever it is about the two of them that you want me to be observing. I cannot help but to note, though, that you seem a little on edge about something. Similar to how you get when there are people who you would describe as uncool in the general vicinity. Other than me, I mean. Or when someone who you were mutuals with on some social media site or other unfollows you, betraying what I can only assume is a sacred bond of trust. And it makes me wonder if this might be another such occasion, where some unspoken social contract has been shamelessly torn asunder.
Okay, fine. You make a good point, Tavros. I just... It's Vriska.
Okay, would it make you feel any better if I pretended to be surprised about that?
Bite me.
Listen, I know you don't like to talk about these kinds of things. Having said on previous occasions stuff like, feelings are for adults and babies, not real people. And I'm not necessarily saying that you have some unaddressed feelings, but maybe if we're going to be around her, you should try to be honest about the feelings that you don't have.
Tavros, it's nothing. I mean, okay, look. Much as I hate to admit it, you're right. Her being here, it makes me feel something. It's something about the way she looks at him. The rest of us too. Like, we're not even real.
Yes, this is good.
Ever since she showed up, it's been obvious that nothing here matters to her. Like, I don't matter. And to be honest, I think I understand why. Everything here is so dweebish and boring.
This is a good level of honesty that you are displaying here. I'm absorbing everything you're saying in a very non-judgmental way.
And with her being here, talking to Harry Anderson, I get this sort of frustrated feeling in my chest. And if I had to say why,
You can do it.
I guess it would be because...
Because you're worried Harry Anderson thinks she's cooler than you. Because you're jealous.
Wait, what? No! Tavros! Were you listening to anything I was just saying? I'm not worried about Harry fucking Anderson right now. Hell, I'm so unconcerned that I think I'm going to start calling him Harry from now on. It'll save everyone a lot of valuable time. Listen, Tavros. Vriska will get bored of Harry in a heartbeat. That's the whole point. She shouldn't be wasting her time on someone like him. She should be talking to me. I mean... Shh. Oh, just... forget it. What were you trying to tell me about?
Oh, right, yes. You should probably come and take a look out the window. We appear to be in, if you'll pardon the expression, a bit of a fudging pickle.
Harry, pick up.
Okay, everyone, my dad's calling. If he finds out you're here, then he will definitely put two and two together. So please just keep quiet and let me do the talking.
Sure thing.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, John.
Hi, Mr. Egbert.
Oh, God damn it. So, I guess, first of all...
Hello, son. I am so very proud of you. Phew. That felt so good to say. Or to yell, I guess. Sorry about that, Harry Anderson. I just didn't think I'd be seeing your handiwork all over the news quite so soon.
So, you know about it.
Yep. You think I wouldn't have recognized your school?
Right, so you're not, mad? About the dead body and Vriska and stuff.
Son, it looks like you tried to pull one of the biggest pranks I can think of, and it backfired.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It could have happened to the best of us. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the most original idea, and you should have probably steered clear of such a blatant nod to Weekend at Bernie's without seriously planning some of the logistics in advance. I know that they make it seem so easy in that movie, but it's important to remember that not everything on the big screen translates easily to real life, especially when dead bodies and clowns are concerned. But these are all mistakes that any amateur prankmaster has to make sometime. And besides, you managed to keep quiet about it the whole time we were chatting earlier. I was completely fooled. But you had to get one up on the prankster's gambit against me someday. Honestly, it feels like an early birthday present or something. So, I guess what I'm saying is that you should be proud of yourself.
Okay, Dad. Thanks?
So, you're still at your mother's house?
Yeah, I couldn't think where else to go. You obviously just heard, but both Vriskas are here. I think the girls are fighting? I don't really know. It's very confusing due to the fact that there are, well...
2 of them?
Yeah, I think 2 Vriskas is more than enough for anybody.
2 Vriskas is nothing. When I was your age, I lost count of all the Vriskas I had to keep track of. It was probably some preposterous number. And Tavros, is he okay?
I think so. He seems his, usual self.
Now, Harry Anderson, I know that you and Tavros haven't always gotten along, but I'm gonna have to ask that you try and look out for him for the time being. Your Uncle Jake and I, well, I'll explain later. Let's just say that Gamzee isn't the only family member Jane is losing today.
Dad, if you wanted me to kill Tavros, you only had to ask. Couldn't resist.
Can you see out of that window?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. The place is heaving with reporters.
Thought so. The press didn't take long to come to the same conclusion I did. You're on the news already. And it's the same story here. People with cameras are crawling all over the yard. Which means Jane's secret police are there too. The drones won't be far behind.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, I mean, farts.
Harry Anderson Egbert, the word fuck was invented for moments like this. But anyway, you need to get out of there, fast. Try to create some kind of distraction or something, and then head for the bell tower.
You mean the one they hang the Dirk Shredder Memorial effigy from every year?
Yes, that's the place. I'll meet you guys up there.
Okay, Dad.
Oh, and Harry? Just some small pieces of advice. Some guidelines that any budding prankster or newly fledged fugitive should know. Don't panic, don't make a scene, and whatever you do, don't get caught.
High above the clouds, two commanders stand on the bridge of a rebel ship. The Merriam Lalondes are characters of legend, beheld not in awe, but in fascination, and this place of command is for them like a stage. All around them bubbles the hustle and bustle of an army on the boil, 100 ready hands dashing to and fro with the frantic busy work of battle. In amongst the confusion, they occupy a solitary vacuum, an oasis of calm amid the storm. As the world seethes with the acid sting of war, they have stood steadfast and resolute. When hope has seemed at its most distant, they have shone as a beacon of possibility. Individually, they each represent immeasurable gains for the rebel faction. The rebellion's stratagems have never had fiercer bite. Their uniforms have never looked so fucking sharp. Their bond, a union of love between troll and human, is not only a foundation for the rebel cause, but an integral symbol of its purpose. And now, deep in enemy territory, in this moment of intolerable anguish and suspense, these two symbols stand firm, unshakable, immovable, nay, even unflappable. Well, almost.
Try calling her again.
I have tried. She's not picking up.
What about Harry Anderson or Tavros?
Kanaya, nobody is answering.
Rose, I feel I must sink to the level of stating the obvious, but this is terrible. This is awful. This is just... Ugh! I can't think of any more related adjectives.
Kanaya, I don't want to resort to idle, hopeless platitudes, so I won't. I don't understand what's going on any more than you do, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rose, our daughter is in danger, and we are but powerless to help her. I do not understand why this is happening, or what precise series of events led to this predicament, but I doubt that they are directly or indirectly your fault. I feel like your apologizing is serving as the very baseless platitude which you sought to avoid.
No, I know. I know, dear. I just wish I had answers. My useless powers aren't being any help, and what's worse, I can't see anything useful on this stupid news channel.
I think it is a cruel irony that we are forced to depend on Crocker's branded coverage of our own daughter's headhunting. Not to mention that the quality of this broadcast leaves something to be desired. I know that we are enemies, but I really expected better of such a shrewd businesswoman.
Excuse me, ma'ams?
I just don't understand what Vriska was doing there in the first place. Forgetting the fact that Gamzee's dead for a moment.
No, I can't do that. They just started showing the picture of him again.
Ugh, God.
For once, the thought of his putrescent corpse does nothing to quell my anxiety.
If I could just take a moment of your time, it's a matter of some urgency.
This is all so upsetting that I cannot even find satisfaction in his death! Not when they have started using it as a justification to call our daughter a terrorist. And all that is without even mentioning the fact that somehow the other Vriska is also here!
Ma'ams, I have an urgent report to deliver. Please excuse my yelling. The reconnaissance team is back early, ma'ams. The ship docked a few moments ago.
And the scouting party?
I expect she's zipping her way up here now, ma'am. She should be here any minute now.
Jade,
Oh, thank God.
we weren't expecting you to get back so soon.
What is going on down there?
What happened to the rest of your scouting party?
What is another Vriska doing here?
Where is John?
Where is Dave?
Where is our daughter?
Rose, I think we must try to remain calm and give Jade a chance to answer our queries, difficult though it may be in this moment of intolerable anguish and suspense.
Yes, of course.
Jade, it is okay. Please, take your time.
We don't have any time! It's too late! Jane's forces were just too fast!
Oh no.
You don't mean